Why, hello there, my name is Freckris, and welcome back to Let's Play The Beginner's Guide. This game took Coda 4 months to build, which is longer than most of his other games, but we have the prison here already. Got stage. That's backstage from the prison. We got prison backstage. So we got all our gigs. We got the stage there. This is a theater. There is a ladder that I can't use. Okay, that's fine. I can jump. All sorts of jumping. Stay backstage, I suppose. It's got really good sound design. Alright. Check out the actual stage. Oh, this one's big. I've been on a stage and... Fuck, of course. I knew it. Ah! Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. I suppose my place is front and center. In the scene you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against this wall. Thank you for bringing the wall to me. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello. Sorry I have to leave. Where is the bathroom? Hello. Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again! I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. Yeah. Well, if it's me, here are all of my hopes and dreams is very, very accurate. Hi, I'm Freckris. I want to be a YouTuber and I want to do stuff. Good stuff with that YouTuber karma. I'm super scared right now. No, that is not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it was you. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones bounce when you touch them and will represent people nearby. Now talk to her again. Do I touch them? Do they bounce? Oh, they bounce me. Because I am a small, frail human. Wise, happy, focused, successful. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you've learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices you had to make? You're messing it up all again. All up again. You'll freak her out if this conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Oh. Oh, okay. Hello, lamp. It's a good lamp to look at. Alright, I stepped back from the stage. How far? I'll keep going. God. And I am now a prison to backstage. Backstage in my life. Backstage to everyone being successful around me. Okay, yes, now this is working. This is what I was like.
This eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety,
That's
to
perfect,
fears
wonderful.
of having
This
to
is really
perform
wonderful.
and having to chase success. The answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. To be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world.
Don't do that.
That wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Man.
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Okay. Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. What? What's going on, Captain? What can we do? Help, I'm blind! What's going on? I don't know why it happened to me too. There's a giant door and then my vision. You can't see anything either. Can't you do something? Can't you fix this? Oh no! I can try. I need to find my supplies. What's going on?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
Yeah.
And there is a solution, by the way.
I'm blind! Everyone is blind! Oh. 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 Okay. Everyone is blind. What's going on? There was a giant door, and then my vision went black. That's, Huh. Huh. This is interesting, but I'm not sure what I need to do. It's an elevator. Oh, found the lamppost. Truth. The only way to stop this is to speak something that is honest. I'm bursting with energy. I can't keep making these. My work is always fun? No, that isn't truthful. Oh. You're right, but... Alright. Go back up to the truth. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. I don't feel it anymore. I'm out of ideas. It's draining me.
First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Oh.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Hello? Where am I? What is this? Where am I? I am on top of a very misty mountain. Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Little stepping stones. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. Oh no! What's happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going, and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that it used to protect me to start it again. Vagina. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. What? You have to take me to it. I need to see it to know why it stopped. I can take you to it, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle.
Explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? Deal, deal. It doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're going to end up there one way or another, right? Deal. Hey, Shinto shrine. Perfect. Come along, I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
No feedback either. Perfect. Come along, I'll show it to you. Here's the puzzle. What do you think? Hey, I recognize this. I've solved this puzzle before. This is easy. Oh, wonderful. Can you tell me how to do it? First, you have to close the door. What? First, you have to open the door. First, you press the switch on the inside. But we're not on the inside. You have to close the door. You have to open the door. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. Alright, what's next? Just press the switch here. Ha! That was so simple!
You
Can't believe I never solved it before this.
Loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
No.
You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
When I try to create, I feel empty. Okay, here we are. Crying. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. These are all just words. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is easy. Alright, making games is effortless. But they're not. Making anything isn't simple. Sure. Sure. Oh. Ah, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Why did the walls just crumble? Why did I feel so awful when I said that? Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. But it's not. It's not. It is easy. It never stops being easy. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work. When I make games, I feel completely energized. God, I feel this so hard. I feel this. Oh, it's the prison.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
I wonder why the words glitch out like that but correct themselves. Pain breezes effortlessly off me. Any sacrifices made for my work are worth it 100% of the time. It always pays off eventually. Please, someone talk to me.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
So he's literally just breaking down the same walls, and they just keep getting bigger. Oh. We broke it, but we found the prison. Incredible, that's it. I'm free. I'm free! Hi.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Okay. The Machine. Hello. Hi, guard. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. I intend to be quiet. I intend to be brutal. Quiet. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Wow. Alright, are you calling yourself a machine? Press. How did you capture the machine? Will it be punished? Oh, it closed on its own. Man. The machine will answer for what it's done. What's your next action? Hello, machine. You have a face.
And of course, it's the machine.
At least we found it. You stopped. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you on this job? How about this for a start? You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No, nothing? Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the thing you fear. Alright then, I will apologize to the people on your behalf. Oh, here I go apologizing to the people. Oh, it completely died. Hello. My followers! My friends. It falls on me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. Follow me. We will destroy everything that the machine has created. Oh, it is not there, but we are back to the stage. Maybe I won't jump this time? Pew pew. Whoa. That's such big holes. Destroying everything. Except for the stage. Wow.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Maybe.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh, the room. Here
So
I
I
go.
started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Put down your weapon, says the machine. I shall not, apparently.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do?
Absolutely.
It's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like Like, I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
But I don't think it's your place.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
The Tower. Okay. Screams of the Damned, good.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But
Jeez.
I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I don't want to subject you guys to too much more of that flashing. Sorry, that was a lot. But we get in. Orange box, maze. The only problem with invisible mazes is there's really not a lot to help you mark and figure out how to go through it.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
He really didn't want anyone to get in to his space.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
But there wasn't a problem to begin with.
Let me do that.
Is I think what Coda's trying to say.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't. I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself as someone else. I needed
to connect.
To be someone other than me.
And escape.
But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
Oh.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Damn.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt...
like it was
as though
his?
I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. Click? Why click? What clicked? You've infected my personal space.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes, giving them something that is not yours to give, violating one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games, stop adding lampposts to them? Oh, a solution, the final ending. Would you simply
and then you stopped.
let them be what they are?
I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Damn. At least you know. I wouldn't know. Realize this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with that thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Trapped in this room forever.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And
Don't
I always
crush
felt
me.
okay as long as I had your work to see myself in.
Don't crush me.
I mean, is something wrong with me?
You're crushing me.
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Crush. Oh, I didn't expect to find my inner demons while you fought yours, kid. Oh, man. Epilogue.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
It is a disease. It's part of mental illness. It's part of what it's like to be depressed and have bipolar and have people that have left your life and not come back. People that actively ignore you. When you seem to have done nothing wrong, you don't know what you did because no one will actually explain to you. Something I know all too well.
Solution.
Maybe that's why I play puzzle games all the time, because I'm just looking for a solution.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you. if I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Me neither. That's probably why I'm here. I just want someone to talk to me and tell me I'm valid, that I'm worth it.
What now?
Because that's the thing
I
about
think I need to go.
mental illness.
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
It forces you, it tells you that you're wrong, that you're useless, that you're worthless, and I know I'm not. But that's not what my brain tells me. It's not what anyone with mental illness gets. They get the angry, useless, worthless voice in the back of their head, just nagging at them the entire time. Now we're back to the prison, are we? It seems like it. Ugh. Not sure why I haven't stopped this episode. I should have. But I figured I wanted to know more. No thunder. Please go. It's a sunny day out. It's just like home. Just like Florida. Maybe this is our lamppost. You can stop it with your body. You can just go kill yourself. Or float away into the abyss. Don't get to see the map for this one, though. Oh, maybe I do. It's a different map altogether. Beautiful. Are there any other dots? Just the one.
Turn back.
4R.
Turn back from this cave. You said
This project would not have been possible without the following individuals.
let me keep going. But the cave
Turn back.
miles and miles and miles, and you're so tired, but I know that you're strong, so turn back, turn back.
So that was the beginner's guide. I haven't really had that kind of emotion pulled out of me on the channel before, so congrats on that. My guess is that Coda is fictional, written for this, but written very well, and I believed it. It's obvious that I have issues, but we all do, and we all have to work through them in our own way. And yes, my way is through personal validation, but I just enjoy doing this anyway. Like, if only one person watched and I impacted their life, I'd be happy. If no one watched, I would be upset. But I'm not going to analyze this game because it's just so big that I can't. Personally, not me. I'm not the one to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. So, thank you very much for joining me. Check out annotations for other videos that I've done. Share, subscribe, socialize, and all the other fun stuff in the YouTubes down there. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video, and my freckly face is out of here. Bye.